Golly gee, you gave me quite the scare there. That was quite the startle. Hi, how are you doing? I'm doing as good as ever, and I'm going to be answering some of the questions that I've received in the past and under my recent video that I made, just answering some questions, letting y'all know a little bit more about myself so we can be like, true friends, because you guys are my friends. No, but seriously, thanks for being here. I'll just start right away with some questions that I've received. First question that I've gotten is, am I Christian or religious, or what do I believe in? And to answer that, yes, I am Christian. I am Reformed Presbyterian, and yeah, I believe in the Trinity. I made a video about the LDS bot, Latter-day Saints bot, and in that video you can kind of tell a little bit more about what I believe in, because I am not in the Latter-day Saints group at all, or just like anywhere near that religion subculture area. I don't know what else to call it, denomination, I guess. But yeah, Latter-day Saints are weird and very different from me. Nevertheless, if you are not from my denomination specifically, if you're a Baptist, if you are Catholic, if you are a Latter-day Saint, I don't care if you watch me. Wait, what is that? Oh, it's a paper. Oh yeah, I got an award recently. How cool is that? That's my award. I got a medal too, but I don't know where it is. I put it somewhere in the kitchen, I think. Anyway, if you're a Christian, that's great. I'm very happy for you, and I'm glad you're on the right path. If you are not, consider it. I'm not forcing anybody ever to convert. You kind of have to do that by your own will. But yes, I am a firm believer in Christ. Second question is from a long time ago, and it's asking, what is your ultimate goal for this channel? Less than 3. So I did talk about this in my very first video, like what I want to do. I did talk about drama channels, that I watch those sometimes, but I kind of stopped doing that. I've unsubscribed from a lot of drama channels because frankly I don't care that much about that stuff anymore. I just don't want any more problems in my life to care about. I think the less I know, the better. And I already know so much. My brain is just filled with knowledge. I'm quite the smart cookie. There's always room for improvement, which is the point of this channel. To learn and to teach. This is like a learning path. It's not about really gaining followers or views or likes. And I get a lot of comments that disagree with me all the time. I don't care about that. It's actually really good. I like that there are people critiquing me, because that helps me avoid bias and see the world from different points of view, so that I can understand whether what I believe in is correct or not, and I can become more logical and make smarter decisions. So yes, this channel is most for learning and sometimes for just creative comedic things. I joke quite a bit. I try to. I don't know if I'm funny or not. And also to just be here and be a friend to the people. As long as I'm providing entertainment, education, and good content to people that isn't brain-rotting slop, I'm happy with that. So that's kind of my ultimate goal for the channel. Here's another commenter that left 5 questions under a video. And the first one here is, what's a great movie that you watched recently? A lot of the movies that I've watched recently are eluding my mind. I have been watching rewatching Merlin, because I've already seen it once, and I'm rewatching it again with a friend and also with my mom. And I love Merlin. It's like one of my favorite shows of all time. But concerning movies, I haven't been to the movie theater recently a lot, and I haven't seen a lot of movies. I'm also watching Better Call Saul. I'm more on shows right now, but I have had like a little phase where I watched a bunch of movies like Spaceballs, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, All Quiet on the Western Front. I know, a crazy blunt rotation of of a movie group. But yeah, those movies were fun. I need to get more into watching movies, but I really want to finish the shows that I've been watching. Better Call Saul is very good. At the moment, I'm almost done with season 4 and I am dying. Like, why is this show so sad? Can't everybody just get along and be happy? But yeah, All Quiet on the Western Front is like the last movie that I watched, I think. Oh, actually, no. I watched. It's technically a play. It's based off of a play. It's called Death of a Salesman. I had to read this for honors in English, but I didn't read it because I was lazy and that I was running out of time, so I just watched it instead. And I watched the one with the guy that plays Willy Wonka in like the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie. I don't remember his name, but he's a pretty good actor. And that movie was almost brought me to tears. It's very dramatic and very sad, and the ending's pretty crazy. That was a good movie. I do recommend watching it, and it really moved me. Number 2, talking about TV shows. Do you have a favorite TV show? Okay, I have so many. I love shows, and to name a few, I probably couldn't name one specifically. Of course, Merlin. I love Merlin. If you ever want to watch a show but you don't know what to watch, please watch Merlin. It is like the best show to ever exist. Maybe, almost. I don't know. It's really good, and I think a lot of people would like it, and it's pretty fitting for all ages, and it's just overall great. But my favorite show, my childhood show that actually made me the person that I am today, this great wonderful person, is Wander Over Yonder. I did make a video about this show and another one, Doctor Who. I was comparing the two. That video is also very interesting. You might want to watch it. It's pretty cool. About Wander Over Yonder is this really interesting, fun, silly sci-fi kind of show. It's about these aliens. There's no like people in it. It's just like characters, and it's about this hillbilly hippie type of character. His name is Wander, and he's very fun. He's the epitome of positivity, and he just spreads it all over the world. That's literally what he does. And he travels with his friend and companion, Sylvia, who is a Zbornak, which is kind of like this horse type character. They are kind of fighting, but not really like peacefully fighting. The space Nazi character, pretty much he's a space Nazi. He's like Darth Vader, except a lot less cool, but he's still really funny. It's just a very funny show, and it's very short, only 2 seasons. And with season 2, their budget, I feel like, was pretty low. They even make a comment about that in one of the episodes, but it was still really good. I like season 1 better, but season 2 was also very, pretty dramatic, very interesting plot, and just, it's a very happy show, and it made me this great, awesome person. I mean, Wander's whole thing, there's a whole episode dedicated to him helping people. That's like his big thing. He helps people. That is one of my mottos that I live by in life, is to help people. I don't think I watched the show in English. I always watched it in Russian, so I can't quote the show in English. But in this one episode where he's always helping people, there's actually several, but this gas station episode, he's always putting others before himself, and he's saying that you gotta help. And that's kind of what I'm trying to live by in my life, putting others before me. I don't always do that. Sometimes I don't succeed, but I do my best. I try hard. So yeah, that, Merlin, Doctor Who, of course. I never watched the original. The 2009 is the one that I watched, or whenever that one came out. I don't remember the first season of it. And of course, Better Call Saul, very good. Breaking Bad, those are more like adult shows. Adventure Time is another cartoon show that I really like. And there's a few shows that I also want to watch, but I haven't gotten to them. But yeah, those are some of the shows that I like. Number 3 in this list. What is the best hangout spot? Bridges. Okay, let me explain to you. There's this bridge that I always go to when I bike, and it's just really nice because bridges, you can just like, it's okay, let me explain to you why it's a good spot. First of all, people don't usually just sit on bridges, they just go past them. It's just like kind of part of a road, and if people do stay there, it's like because they're hanging out or maybe fishing or doing something like that. But it's a good spot to just hang out, especially if you like fishing. But also, you can sit under the bridge, and sometimes you can do graffiti, and it's pretty secret. Nobody's gonna see you. Well, maybe if you're doing graffiti there, which is nice. I don't condone, what's it called? What's the word? I don't condone vandalism, but under a bridge is a popular spot for some rapscallions who like to doodle with paint on concrete, if you catch my drift. And also, bridges, just a fair warning, bridges can be dangerous. You can find all kinds of scary stuff under there. If you're living in a city, you might find crackheads. If you're living in, I don't know, like Florida, for example, you might find alligators. So, under the bridge might not be the safest spot. Find a safe bridge, maybe a small one. That's a good spot. You won't be disturbing anybody as long as it's public property. And yeah, bridges are cool. There's also a nice view of the water, which I think is very cool. I think water is, especially running water, it's very relaxing. I think there's some scientific studies that show that running water is very therapeutic. So yeah, good chill hangout spot. Or if you don't have access to a bridge at all, find just what makes a good hangout spot is not like how cool it is and how like if it's got some epic feature. It's just gotta be like a weird shaped tree, or this part of the park has a really nice bench in the shade, or it's next to a water fountain, or this patch of woods has this empty spot where you can bring a plastic chair and just sit there and talk. You know, it's really what you make of it that matters, not what it is in its essence. It's just an empty patch in the middle of a forest, but the memories you make there is more important. Try not to accidentally stumble on a psycho killer's cabin. Number 4. Who inspires your wardrobe? Wonderful question. Well, it's very largely based on the shows that I watch. I grew up with Wander Over Yonder, so I did love very bright, colorful, tacky, weird stuff. Of course, I kind of dulled it down a lot because I also like darker movies, stuff like that. I like Coraline. Coraline is a very big factor of how I dress. It influences my style a lot. I do wear mostly black clothes, but also there's some color in it, like purple, gray, green, gray too, blues, sometimes yellows. I do like yellows and oranges, but I like them more as accent colors. Also, whenever people see any goth person, pretty much, they're like, it's Wednesday Addams! You know, they always compare them to the Addams family and stuff. Personally, I would rather be compared to Fester Addams. I really like his pale face look, his black eyeshadow around the eyes, just like big circles around the eyes. I think that's very, cool and neat, the way he does his makeup routine. There's a few others that I get inspired by. Of course, Susie and the Banshees. I like Susie. I like how she dresses. I like Mallory Hart. She's a great inspiration for outfits. She has good knowledge of 80s clothing. It's all very accurate to the time. Yeah, she's just a great inspiration for me. Moist Critical is kind of, there's a post that I made about, it's with Moist Critical where he has his hair short, and I captioned it my Pinterest haircut inspiration, which is it's kind of how I cut my hair sometimes. I do it myself, but yeah, and sometimes I get stuff in my dreams. I see people in my dreams dressed kind of cool, or twice this happened to me. I saw 2 very cool dresses in my dream. One was this like pink ruffly dress, and it was really, very pretty. And when I told my mom about it, she's like, pink and ruffly? Is this my daughter? That's so weird. Like, I can like pink and ruffly things too. Just because I wear mostly black doesn't mean I wouldn't like Pink and Ruffly. And there's also this strapless, like super skinny dress that I saw. It was black. It was pretty simple and just had like, you know how the corsets, they usually have those lines. It had 2 lines and it was really cool. And I wanted to recreate it and maybe find it, but I feel like I'm not tall enough for that. But oh well. So yeah, my dreams, movie characters, the Addams family, the entire Addams family pretty much. And lawyers, I guess, attorneys, people in the courtroom. That also inspires my wardrobe a little bit. And last question here is, do you agree with Moist Critical's opinion on Oreo flavors? Do I agree with Moist Critical's ranking of Oreos? I'd say yes. I haven't tried all the Oreos in the world. I do love Oreos. I love anything chocolate. I'm a sucker for chocolate. And I think, I guess her taste are just different. I like lemon, I like strawberry, anything strawberry flavored or lemon flavored. Also, I love, the more chocolate the merrier. I think that's the one part I would disagree with them with. I love chocolate things. And also, Charlie said he doesn't like peanut butter, which I don't either. I'm not the biggest fan, just like he is. But yeah, I think their ranking was pretty decent. It was good. It was pretty accurate. That was the last question out of those 5. And the last question is what color are my walls? I don't have the specific swatch. Don't like the paper with the color name. I don't think. Hold on, let me find it. Okay, well, there is no way I'm finding that specific color swatch. I think it was called something bamboo forest, something like that, something about bamboo. I like green, and I think it fits better to my theme than the red walls. It kind of blends in with the thing, especially on camera. The colors look a little bit off, but yeah, it's something bamboo, and it's a pretty dark green. It's not very vibrant. On camera it looks a lot more vibrant than it really is. I chose a more matte, dull paint. That's all the questions today. Very grateful for your attention. Thank you for watching this. Tell me what I should talk about next. I've got some ideas brewing, but not lots of time, and those ideas sometimes disappear. I get an idea in my head, and then I'm like, oh, I should write that down. I don't write it down, and it goes away. So tell me what you'd like me to talk about next. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. Ever Burgers, in and out.